the Econo-Pak Contract Food Packaging Podcast. Today we're here with Noah in our brand new podcast room.
How's it going?
As you can see, we have our new neon sign up.
Yeah, really excited to have a space to really try to scale this podcast.
Yeah, it's looking great. I mean, seeing the progression of all this coming together is really cool to see, and now it's just like it's here, and we can finally start doing stuff here, which is really cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So why don't you explain your relation to the family?
So I'm PJ and Bobby, the CEO and director's nephew, and I kind of come in here during the summer and intern here, and I'm just here to learn and help out where I can, and I'm really enjoying what I'm doing. Last summer I came in for the first time. I'd come up here as a kid, but I never was able to learn about what everybody does here at Econo-Pak. And last summer I was able to come in for the first time and kind of start slowly getting the feel of things. And people were introducing me to different departments, and I was working my way around and learning stuff. And now this summer I'm able to get a little more hands-on now that I know a little more. I came up every now and again throughout the school year on Saturdays, and I would work on the lines, and so now I have a better feel for what's going on, and I can help in different areas, whereas last year I couldn't do that. And it's just really cool to be able to change up what I'm doing and get a little more hands-on and help out with everything a little more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was nice last year. I got to spend a little bit of time with you in your first year and go through some of the different processes, and we got to sit together. But you're right, you didn't get involved in a specific department.
Yeah.
This summer was a little bit different. So you got to work directly with Johnny Montana. He's our project manager here at Econo-Pak.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to spend a lot of time with him.
Yeah.
How was that experience?
I'm loving it. So at the moment, Johnny's out, and he's able to kind of leave us with a bunch of different tasks and objectives, and we can reach those goals, and he can trust us that we're going to be able to do that without him here, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And even while he is here, he's comfortable with like sending me off to do certain things within my reach, and I'm also able to do that, perfectly fine, which is great. And that's just why, I think last summer if I just jumped in and I didn't get the experience that I did, I don't think I would be able to do the stuff that I'm doing now, because without that experience last summer, I wouldn't have as much of a feel for all the different departments. I wouldn't know who to go to for what. As I do this summer, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think the intern position, like when people go into a company and they get to intern, I think it's important to be able to spend, if you can do multiple seasons, work 1 year and then kind of go back to school, and they get to come back into that company and get to learn a little bit more about what they do and get more involved. I know that's something that we're looking to do here at Econo-Pak, bring in different types of interns to work in our different departments and really get to learn a lot of cool stuff.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. Yeah, I think it's just really exciting. I love what I'm doing right now. I think it's awesome. Just like watching stuff come together, I think it's just so cool.
Yeah.
Like building a line and just seeing all the different moving pieces that go into it, I think is very interesting.
Yeah, you've been able to work with some really high profile clients of ours this summer, especially with our great R&D trialing programs that we have here.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's always important when you're working on those large scale projects to go into the FPA, right? So what was your experience getting to work on the trials and then the FPAs, and how are they a little bit different?
So as far as trials go, those are pretty straightforward. The customer lists out everything they want from us, and sometimes they'll be here, other times they won't be, but regardless, we're always going to rise above and beyond their expectations. And those, they just give us a bolded list, and we reach all those goals and try to shoot above and beyond the stars, which is pretty cool. And it's just kind of like testing out the product, making sure everything works with our company. And then as far as the FPA goes, it's a little more serious. They're going to keep keeping a strict eye on us, and it's kind of the final stretch until we can go into actual production. That's just really exciting because we're just reaching that final endpoint. And then as far as working with the customers, we recently had a big company come in who works with us, and I was able to kind of give them the rundown of what's happening on the line and kind of talk to them, get to know them a bit, and then run through the line and kind of get their take on how they feel about different things that are going on, and kind of report back to Johnny Montana and kind of just get a feel for all that stuff, which is really cool.
So we've had some conversations while you've been interning here, just talking about your your goals for the future in business.
Mhm.
And so I'd really, well, one, I want to hear you talk about your goals a little bit, just because I think it would be fun for future Noah to hear eventually.
Definitely.
And two, I want to know how this has either like shaped or inspired your future goals.
Yeah, definitely. So, I mean, growing up, I've always wanted to have my own business. I've ran a few of my own businesses growing up. I had a car detailing business that I ran for a while. Throughout the entire school year, I was running a landscaping business, and those have always been my two main things. You know, I've always just been on and off. You know, whenever I have time, I'll pick up clients and work with them. And then I recently got into, in the past couple of years, doing social media. So, yeah, I've always been obsessed with cars. So, doing that kind of thing, I built up a decent amount of following, and I was able to work with different brands and do sponsorships, and then you know, help friends out, like who have their own little restaurant businesses or whatever, and kind of market them a little bit and help them out with their social media work. So that alone has also taught me a little bit, but I think for my future goals, I'd love to have my own business. I think I don't know 100% what I want to do yet, but you know, I'm really into. This is one thing that's inspired me. You know, building the lines together and then taking all the different moving pieces and putting them together for the final product. It's kind of made me think a little bit like I kind of want to build stuff, you know, like build houses or something like that. Just because like I just think it's so cool to see like we have a million pieces out on the floor here, and then you know a couple days later it's a functioning line. So I think that's inspired me a little bit to want to do something like that where I can just see a bunch of different components, put it together for a finished product, and like have it running and functioning and just something cool like that.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's definitely inspired me a lot to do something like that. But
Nice.
yeah, so pretty broad what I want to do, but I'd like to, you know, push down and see what I can do. You know?
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, it's been an absolute pleasure getting to spend time with you.
I appreciate it.
Last summer, this summer.
Yeah.
You know, and then hopefully next time when you come back into the company, you can spend a little bit more time in our marketing department.
Definitely.
And you know, work could be a part of this too. This process.
For sure.
Yeah.
I'd love to.
Awesome.
Well, yeah, I really appreciate everything, and thank you for your time.
Thanks, Noah.
Definitely. Thanks, Noah. That was great.